Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am heading to Solihull this morning. I've been up since 5. It's currently about 5:45. I'm just putting the last final bits in the car. Boys are eating their breakfast. And then I'm just gonna quickly muck out Buddy so that he's got a nice fresh bed, and then we are getting on the road. I did do an awful lot of prep last night in terms of bathing, plaiting and all that jazz, because I just knew it was going to be pretty windy this morning. I just knew it was going to be an early start. Yeah, he's feeling well. I actually haven't had a jump since Eland's Lodge, which is a little bit silly of me. But I've been so focused on getting his flat work how I want it that I haven't even thought about having a jump. He's just eating his breakfast. You can't even see him. Hey, Batman. His eye, he needs to fix that. It's coming off now anyway. So yeah, I haven't had a jump, but I'm not really too worried about it. I'm gonna walk the course when we get there. I'm not in till about 20 past 10, so hopefully I'll have loads of time to walk the course, be nice and relaxed, don't have to be stressed. But there is road closures on the M42 which could delay us, so hopefully we get there within a reasonable time. I'm just going to do all my little jobs that I need to do now, and then wait for Aaron to get here because he's coming to give me a hand as always. So yeah, let's get going. I am so excited about today. It's actually a Cotswolds Cup qualifier that Solihull are holding, but we're obviously not going chasing a qualification. It's literally our 3rd event of the season, and as you are all well aware, last time we came to Solihull, this numpty forgot how to show jump and we missed out events. So we don't want that to happen today. I'm just praying that I don't have flashbacks to that while I'm there and can have a little bit of a meltdown. But anywho, let's get cracking and I will see you at Solihull. We have arrived, so me and Aaron are just going to walk the course. We've got about an hour and 25 minutes to walk the course, get tacked up and get sorted and get in the dressage ring. So I'll take it along so you can see some of the fences, and then it'll be time to get in those boards. Number 1, nice and simple. Number 2, this one's quite beefy. Number 3, this is quite nice actually, it's boxy, but 4. Number 5, A, and then B is through that very murky looking water. Number 6, this is quite nice, and then we're coming through the woods. Number 7, number 8, nice. Number 9, this is a lengthy course. Number 10A, this is on like a little hill. 10B, this will be a chalky favourite from hunting. 13A, 13B, this is nice. Got it all. 17. Last fence.
It looked like it come from a really crap burger stand at 11 o'clock in the
We're only outside, like, every now and again, I suppose. If like, people want like outside lights or like gardens.
I'm back with a voiceover of how I was feeling going into dressage. So he warmed up really well for me. I was so happy with him. He came out much more relaxed than he ever has at an event. So I think here we're just gonna come down the centre line. Yeah, so we're starting the test here. I actually can't give you the scores that we got for each mark because I have left the test sheet in the car, which isn't ideal. So we finished on a 35.8, which I was absolutely over the moon with. That corner was a little bit sharp because I was just clearly not paying too much attention, and I did nearly forget here where we were going. I nearly did a half circle rather than a full 20-metre circle, which is why the circle wasn't a very good shape by B. And then we come up to the corner and do a change of rein, I think. So we just lost a little bit of the connection there, which is a bit of a shame. But overall in this test he was much more relaxed than he normally is. I was getting some really nice movements like there. And then we come into canter. The canter transition really needs work. That little head bob drives me insane. But in comparison to our other tests we've done, I suppose I can't really complain because it's miles better. He always like comes to life when we get into like anywhere else apart from home. He just comes to life. It's like he loves being on grass. Transition wasn't as bad as I expected, so happy with that. And he came back to me quite quick for the contact, so happy with the walk. I think the walk was a little bit early, so I think we lost a mark for that. Should have been at A and we were before A. And then I was so happy with how he was stretching here, but I asked him a little bit too much walk and he jogged, so I know that we got a 5 for that movement, which I was really disappointed with because that's something we've really been working hard on. He isn't a horse that stretches with ease, but now that we've got it, and it's just my fault for asking a bit too much. Picked up the trot at A and we come and do another 20-metre circle. I was really happy with his trot transition. His suppleness and his contact is just overall so much better. This circle was definitely better. And I do think I can recall all of our tests was either mostly 6.5s and 7s, a couple of 6s and that 1.5 for the obviously the little jog that we did. But I just feel like he's carrying himself better, he's moving better, he's probably a bit more of a medium trot there rather than a working trot. But I feel like I'm even sitting better. Again, the little head bob in the canter drives me mad, but I feel like, yeah, I'm just sitting better. I'm using my legs better. I'm not pulling in as much. So yeah, overall, just really happy with them. I think this is our final canter, and then we're gonna do a change of rein with a give and retake. That trot transition could have been better. We just lost the contact a little bit, but that's something that we're really working on. Look at him there, he's stunning. So yeah, we're going to do our change of rein now. Give and retake, and he didn't even move, bless him, such a good lad. And our final movement is coming back down the centre line. So yeah, overall, I came out of the test feeling so happy, and I just feel like all of the hard work that we've had, like really knuckling down with the dressage over the last few weeks, has massively paid off. Could have been a bit squarer, but not the end of the world, so absolutely chuffed with them. We are all done in dressage. It actually went really well. Better than it did last time we were here, and better than when we went to Eland's. We're just waiting on the scores for that. And Lindsay has come to say hi. Come to support, which is always nice. So he's just having a little chill in the trailer because it's so warm, and then we're gonna get going for show jumping. It looks a nice easy course. It starts with a big huge octa, but apart from that, it's actually really nice. So see you soon. To the show jumping one, and this is where the day kind of took a little bit of a turn. I was riding a little bit backwards. The first cross ball, fine, nothing special, nothing bad about it. We come to the upright next, and you can see here from this little clip, I'm just holding him in front too much, and he doesn't really know whether he's coming or going. So here he goes, he's being so honest and genuine, he goes, jumps on the wrong leg, jumps to the right, and it was all just a little bit of a mess. So kind of was like having a little bit of a meltdown. So Lindsay was like, you can do this, come on, come to the octa. I didn't ride him at all, so we did have a stop. I actually think we had more than one stop. Let's see, did we have another stop? Yep, so we had 2 stops, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I also felt like maybe his saddle is definitely going to need adjusting again. So the saddle fitter is coming on Thursday morning. So we just popped the cross ball again, tried to get back into a rhythm, and then went back over to the octa, and I really felt like I really had to push to get it, which is fine, but obviously holding him in front after a fence like that is not okay. I need to just slip my reins a bit more and give him his head. We'll come to this octa once more, and then I called it a day. And he jumped it huge, but at least it was more forward. So we're now on to the show jumping round, and my god, how many mistakes can one girl make in one day. Flew number 1. Held him too much to number 2, but he's a saint and got me through it. And we're going to come round. No, you're going to see it from a different angle. So this is Mia's angle. We jumped number 1, number 2. We landed on the wrong leg again. I think his saddle is slightly slipping to the left, which isn't helping. I just don't even know what I was playing at. So obviously held him too much, but felt like he was disunited, so I was actually asking him to change his leg, but he didn't. So we popped number 3. And here goes Liv. Light seat cantering past number 4. So at that point, I remember going, oh crap, number 4, so we're circling back round. I've had to pick up the pace a little bit because I know I'm going to get time faults. So here we are, popping over number 4. And then I'm like, come on, you've got to get yourself together. You can't have any more mistakes. You've made one big one now. Sort yourself out. So really put my leg on. Fab, good girl, jumped it. And another good stride to number 6. Oh no, we only nearly missed number 7. I don't know how this horse didn't deck me. I don't know how he even jumped it from there, but it just proves how much of a saint he is. So here's it from Mia's angle. You can see how bad it was. He just deserves so much better than that. So I really had to give myself a shake up. He jumped that lovely. And then by this point, was just having a meltdown, I think, in my head. So didn't set him up well at all. Double. And by this point, I was just glad that it's over. But just thought I'd keep it real and actually keep the whole of the bad bits in so you can see it. And then this is just another angle of the final combination. But yeah, I'm keeping it real by keeping all the messy bits in, and being honest with you is that not every event is sunshine and rainbows. To the cross country warm up, and I clearly didn't film anything in between the show jumping and the cross country because we had a little bit of a mare trying to get his studs in, and I was having a meltdown after the show jumping. So I felt like I'd rode the first cross country fence okay, and then I thought, oh god, I best check in with the steward. She only goes and tells me, oh, your hat hasn't been tagged, but last time I came to Solihull they weren't hat tagging, so I had to jump off with 10 minutes to go, run in to tag me hat. So I'm walking back. So here we go, coming out the start box, and it's backwards. I wasn't even pushing him forward, I was just holding on to that front end so tightly, God love him. Thankfully he gave me a nice jump over number 1, but even down to number 2 I didn't really push. It took me a while to find a rhythm on this day, which is fine. He did a little chip in to save me, and number 2 was beefy, but finally picked up the pace a little bit, and we're heading down to number 3. And was I over the moon with how we met this fence? I thought, okay, you've really got this now. I'd built up a little bit of confidence, and I felt like we were going to absolutely nail it, and he did absolutely nail it. Me on the other hand, I just was not in the right mindset this day after the show jumping. So I'm pulling here. I needed to let him go and put some faith in him, because then he still went, God love him, when I put my leg on. I think it just proves how genuine he is. He is willing to sort of listen to my crap riding sometimes. We got through the water, jumped that fence, and this is it from another angle. So that was from Lindsay, and then this is from the camera. So you can see he just chipped in a little bit and was like, come on mum, sort yourself out. And I actually really enjoyed jumping this fence into the water. He jumped it really lovely for me, and then I'd really got my act together by this point. But I know there's another fence on course that we had another chip in on. I just felt like he was really disunited there, so I just had to bring him back to trot. But he popped that little boat really nice for me. And I remember having a pep talk with myself going through the woods, like, sort yourself out. We were coming up to like a boxy jump here. Jumped it lovely. I was so happy with that. But I'm not quite sure why I took this corner so wide and why I was sitting on my bum and I weren't out my saddle, because this is why we're losing time. But I also weren't pushing for time, because obviously with the time fault in the show jumping I didn't see the point. Now I didn't actually feel like I was pulling him and as such with that fence, but I clearly didn't have my leg on. But he jumped that corner bob on for me, so we're really, really happy. And then again, just needed to get out my saddle and just push him on a bit more. But after feeling like the saddle had slipped to the left a little bit in the show jumping, I was a little bit wary, so didn't really want to. But hey ho. Now we're coming to 3 fences from home, and I know I actually remember shouting to him going, you're disunited, trying to get him to come back to me before that fence. But hey ho, lesson learned. I was worried about this fence, and I just don't know why, because he absolutely loved it. The hunter in him definitely came out, because he didn't jump the top of the brush, he went through it, and then this is over the final fence. So just finished cross country on that cross country high, but I could not breathe. So he jumped clear. We had time faults because it was so hot that after the 2 poles in the show jumping, I haven't even told you that we had a pole in the show jumping and I missed number 4, so I had to circle, but it didn't miss it completely, so we didn't get eliminated. So we had 8 faults in the show jumping, a 35.5 or 8 in the dressage, which I was like, because we've only ever had 40s and above, so the dressage homework is working. And he jumped insane cross country, so just washing him off with the help of Lindsay, Mia and Aaron, and now I can go and have a drink. Chalky's best bit. Oh, Chalky, we didn't get a pre-cross country picture. We always get one in the same place somewhere. I go before every face. Aaron. I am wiped out. We're still not home. We left at 10 to 2. It's now 4 o'clock. We've still got about an hour and a half to drive. We've just stopped at the service station to grab a cold drink and have a wee. There's been that many accidents on the motorway. There was a motorway closed, so we had to go all the way around the rail to get to the M6. And there's just been crash after crash, roadwork after roadwork, stranded cars left, right and centre. My alarm went off at 5 o'clock this morning and I'm not going to get back to the yard till after 5:30. And I'm coping on about 3 or 4 hours sleep. I actually have just survived up until this point. We've just actually had a KFC as well. Excuse me. But up until this moment, I've had a hash brown and a Monster all day. No wonder my head's hurting. But yeah, we should hopefully be home by 5:30. I can get this poor boy off the trailer and get him tucked up in bed, because that's exactly where I need to be, so he must feel the exact same. And then when we get back to the yard, I can give you a full debrief of what happened. We are finally home. I am like The Walking Dead, but we're home after the best day ever. So whilst the dinner soaks, I thought I would debrief you. Are you coming back to say hello? Yeah, so I thought I'd debrief you while the dinner soaks. Dressage, can't even complain. Feel like all the dressage homework is paying off. That score is finally below 40, which is a bloody miracle. So a 35.8, which, if you remember our first Solihull vlog, we got a 44.8. So that's a whole 9 marks, which I'm really impressed with. I'm a little bit disappointed that he only got a 5 for his K to F free walk on a long rein, because he really was trying and he really stretched. He was walking and stretching, but I did put my leg on a little bit too. Not abruptly, but he didn't quite get the message of walk on a bit more, that balance of in between that and trot, and he trotted off. So I'm guessing it would have been a better mark for that, and it would have if he hadn't have trotted. So everything was a 6.5, a 6 or a 7, which is just amazing given how it started, like literally what, 3 months ago. So like absolutely amazed with the dressage, so happy, gonna keep going with the lessons with that. But I really let us down show jumping, because I've been working so hard on the dressage, like I keep saying, and I was like, oh my god, best dressage score we've had. I went into the show jumping a bit like, oh, and as everyone knows, show jumping is my fear. Don't know why, not my fear, but that's where the nerves kick in for me, and they certainly did today, and boy did it show. So came with the crossbar, came with the upright, and he was jumping to the right of the upright, and I was like, weird. And then came to the oxer, didn't slam on, but he stopped, and I was like, whoa, you're not a stopper. Never experienced a stop ever out of him. Oh, one cross country fence at Somerford, and it was because it was a skinny on a hill. My fault, didn't set him up. So apart from that, show jumping, never ever had to stop out of him. So I was really taken back by it, and honestly was about to have a meltdown if it wasn't for Lindsay, who did come to support. I've already put her Instagram further up. If it wasn't for Lindsay, I think I probably would have had a meltdown. So we go into show jumping, happy as Larry. I only nearly missed number 4 like I did last time we were at Solihull. So a circle, 4 faults. We jumped number 4, lovely. I nearly missed number 7, as you'll see from the horrific line that I put him on. I'm sorry, but no other horse that I've ever met is that genuine that they would have went from basically to the side of the jump on an angle to then one stride in front of it and jumped it. He is a saint. And then I just didn't set him up very well for the double, which was the final 2 fences. So we did have that first part of the double as opposed to another 4 faults. So we finished on a fault, and obviously because of the circle for number 4 we had loads of time faults. So literally the minute I seen that, my decision was already made that I weren't going to be pushing for the time cross country. I was obviously going to be pushing to aiming towards that, but I just thought, well, I'm not pushing to be in that time because the time bracket was 4 minutes 57 seconds or something like that, and I just knew there was no point. I also felt like I was gonna vomit because it was so hot. I was probably a little bit dehydrated as well, and my head was banging, and after the way that the show jumping had gone, I was like, oh god, do I even want to run cross country? Am I even in the right frame of mind? I'm so glad I did. So glad I did, because he was insane. He is such a bold little horse. I didn't have a single thing to worry about cross country, and I didn't go into cross country with any worries. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Again, more time fault. I think we finished on a score of 90, which I'm not even bothered about the score. We had the best day. He is so much fun, and I honestly couldn't adore and I love a horse as much as I do him, and I honestly owe him everything, and he just owes me absolutely nothing. He is such a dream of a horse to own, and it's only up from here. So that completes our 3rd event of the season. I am chuffed with him. I might be knackered, but I'm chuffed. I'm now going home. Aaron's gone for Harper. I'm going home to soak these legs in a bath, because 2.5 hours worth of driving there, all the riding, all the course walking, and then sitting in traffic and getting home. Took us about 3.5 hours to get home. I'm so tired. So thank you all for watching. I probably will post a separate vlog of the whole equireel cross country course, because I think we've only got some snippets of it. So do stay tuned for that. And then it's camp. The next couple of vlogs after the cross country will be camp. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Please do like, comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're so close to 1,000 followers. Maybe even by the time this goes out we might be there. So again, thank you all, and see you all in the next vlog.